Joining me now with his take, founder and CEO of Liberty Sentinel Media, Alex Newman. Alex, thanks so much for being with us. It's great to have you back.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me, Allison.
Of course. So, Alex, can you help us try to decipher what on earth is actually going on here? Are we really supposed to believe aliens are invading, or is this all a giant distraction from something else?
I think distraction is a very good hypothesis. I'll start off and be very clear. I do not believe little green spacemen are coming to visit humanity. I do not believe that there's some giant secret government cover-up to hide aliens from us. I do believe that there is an agenda to try to make us believe that there are little green men coming to visit us from outer space. And I think this is very obvious. There's a coordinated effort here involving key people from the government, key members of the media. Now, I've actually been looking into this for years. I wrote a major article about this for WorldNet Daily many years ago. One of my editors called and asked me to look into it. So I reached out to some people who had spent years investigating this, people who had written books on this. And the best conclusion that I can come to, and there's always a lot of uncertainty with issues like this, but the best conclusion I can come to is that some of these sightings of objects that are unidentified are almost certainly government craft of various sorts, highly classified programs, not necessarily just American. There are plenty of other governments in the world with advanced capabilities. The U.S. government has been selling a lot of our top technology. Bill Clinton, of course, gave a lot of it to the communist Chinese. Who knows what Joe Biden has given away? So that is one possible alternative to explain some of this. And I think there's another phenomenon that needs to be discussed as well, and that is the possibility of demonic activity. A lot of very credible, very intelligent individuals have looked at this evidence and concluded that at least some of this is almost certainly from the pit of hell. It's almost certainly demonic, and there's a number of reasons why they've concluded that. But it does seem like there's a very real agenda right now, Allison, to get us to believe that there are spacemen, that the government knows about the spacemen, and I suspect they're planning some sort of giant fraud for us, probably in the not too distant future.
Yeah, I would say that is probably likely given the fact that we all know the existence of pre-programming in our society. I mean, they've been doing this for years. Do you think there's a chance that the powers that be are deliberately trying to push the narrative of aliens and UFO sightings to foretell a possible future event?
I think that is probably the best explanation of what's going on, Allison, because I mean, there's obviously a lot of different possibilities for what could be going on. But if you look, there's been almost 10 years now where they've been preparing the public for this in a very deliberate way. Almost a decade ago, the United Nations actually hired what they were calling an ambassador to outer space. And the early news reports suggested that this was going to be the individual that when the little spacemen came and demanded to see our leader, well, they'd be taken to this UN ambassador. Now, they kind of walked that back a little bit after getting a lot of criticism and called out. But you've seen this growing trend toward trying to get the public to believe that there are aliens, that the government's been covering it up. And, you know, one of the plausible reasons why they might want to do this, well, they might want to sell some giant lie. They may want to use it to try to unite humanity behind some sort of global program, some sort of global authority. And plenty of people, including U.S. presidents, have talked about the idea that, well, if aliens were to suddenly show up, it would unite us all, right? We'd all rally behind some global leader, some global institution like maybe the United Nations. So I think that probably is the best explanation for the preparation that's happening now on all the major media networks, right? CNN, Fox, they're all peddling this idea that aliens are coming. And, you know, your average newscaster probably doesn't know the full agenda. They're being told that this is an important news story to report on, but almost certainly they're preparing not just Americans, but people around the world for something big.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.